Kay Faraday, the young lady who calls herself the second Yatagoratsu. The piece of cloth she conjured up has taken me back to many years ago.
Yeah, that's right. I did it. I killed the guy. But it was the great thief Yagagoratsu who told me to do it. I asked the defendant, what exactly are you trying to say? Don't you get it? I know the true identity of Yagagoratsu. The Yagagoratsu is the man standing over there at the prosecutor's bench. Are you saying I'm the Yagagoratsu? Don't you dare deny it. You told me to kill him when you snuck into the embassy. Are you claiming Mr. Faraday's the Yagagoratsu? Mr. Rell, I think we've just about enough out of you. Your Honor, please listen to me. I'm telling the truth. You've got to believe me. In accordance with the defendant's accusation, a new prosecutor shall be called to replace Mr. Faraday. This court will be in recess until a new prosecutor is ready. Babyface Miles.
It's almost time for me to enter the courtroom. And so it is my first assignment as a prosecutor. Will be as a replacement for a prosecutor who has been accused by the defendant.
Edgeworth?
Oh, Edgeworth. Sir. Have you read over all the documents regarding this trial? Yes, sir. I've memorized everything there is to know. Very good. The paperwork for the prosecutor's substitution is just about complete. Edgeworth, always bear in mind that as your mentor, I, Manfred von Karma, will accept nothing short of perfection. I understand, sir. To have the chance to stand in court at such an early stage in my career, I am honored and proud. As I have watched over your studies, I am giving you this very rare chance to prove yourself. Crush the defendant's pathetic lies into oblivion. Yes, sir. That such a legendary prosecutor will be watching and judging my performance. I have to be perfect in every way. Today's trial should have ended in just 1 minute. Because the defendant was picked up by the security camera, correct? Exactly. The killer had the gall to say he only killed because he was instructed to do so. Even more outrageous is his claim that the case prosecutor, Bern Faraday, gave the order. Ha! Faraday is such a fool. He's been cornered by his own prey. Sir, are you an acquaintance of Mr. Bern Faraday? He's a pathetic man who speaks of nothing but nonsense. Nonsense? He once tried to explain to me a way of punishing those who cannot be brought to court. Those who cannot be brought to court? That is nonsense, for no man is above the law. Well, there's always a few exceptions. However, there's no reason to have to deal with such individuals. A prosecutor is a guardian of the court, one with no obligation to outside matters.
Thus, there is no reason to deal with such individuals. I see.
Edgeworth, disgracing yourself as Faraday has will not be forgiven.
Have no fear. I will not let you down, sir. In place of the accused prosecutor Bern Faraday, I shall prove the defendant's guilt.
Very good. I've secured an hour of recess for you to prepare to do just that. Show them all the power of Von Karma. Have you achieved a firm understanding of the case?
Yes, sir. I've memorized everything that's written down in the case files.
Well then, explain the case to me.
Proof of my profession. My mentor said it was more chic to keep it in my pocket.
I want to see if you really know what you're talking about.
Understood. A murder was committed on September the 8th in front of the Kodofian embassy. The victim, Mr. Dade Mann. Fucking dead man, really? That's egregious even for Phoenix Wright standards. The victim, Mr. Dade Mann, was a staff member of the embassy. The defendant in this case, Mr. Mackrell. Fucking Mackrell. Mackrell was held for questioning at the night of the incident as he was deemed suspicious. He was quickly placed under arrest for possession of the murder weapon, a gun. Furthermore, at the time of the murder, the great thief Yagogoratsu had successfully infiltrated the Kodopian embassy as well. At first, Rail claimed that he himself was the Yagogoratsu, but he did not kill Dade Mann. I wonder what he expected to gain from such a desperate lie.
It's possible he wants to go down under the spotlight if he's found guilty. There's truly no limit to people's inanity. But to digress, continue, Edgeworth.
Yes, sir. During the trial, the prosecution presented the security footage that captured the murder. The footage clearly showed Mr. Rell as the murderer. The act of Mr. Rell firing the gun could be clearly seen from the visitors' gallery. Upon seeing that, the defendant retracted his statement and admitted to the murder. I did it because I was told to by the real Yagogoratsu Bern Faraday.
Sounds about right. However, you've forgotten one thing.
Oh.
While this may appear to simply be the murder of a Kodofian embassy staff member, people are actually referring to it as the second KG-8 incident.
Second KG-8 incident? I'm very sorry, sir. I fear I failed to study hard enough.
Well, even among the police, it's information that only a select few are privy to.
Could you please enlighten me, sir? What do you mean by the second KG-8 incident?
In order for me to tell you that, you must first learn about the original case. Take a look at these documents.
This is a 3-year-old newspaper. Materials regarding the KG-8 incident. Kodofian Embassy staff member Manny Kochin found not guilty. Victim CCU. Shadow over the Amano group. What's his relation to the smuggling ring? You've heard of the Yamano Group scandal before, correct?
Yes, I have. The secretary of Ernest Armano, the Armano Group's director, was arrested under suspicion of smuggling.
Correct. CCU was an employee of the Yamano Group and the sole witness to the smuggling operation. It was she who brought the crime to light. However, Ms. Yu was silenced before she could testify in court.
Wasn't a Kodofian embassy staff member arrested for the murder?
Yes. A Kodofian by the name of Manny Koshin was the suspect. However, due to lack of evidence, the case went unresolved.
Lack of evidence?
If only I was in charge of the case, I would have done everything in my power to prove his guilt.
Make sure all criminals are found guilty. My mentor really is dedicated.
Faraday was the prosecutor on the case then, and he was pathetic as ever.
Mr. Faraday was in charge of the KG8 incident as well?
That's right. And now, once again, the victim of the case you are currently assigned to was someone who was scheduled to testify against that smuggling organization.
And just like last time, the victim was murdered right before he was to testify.
You're catching up. The victim was murdered just before his day in court against the smuggling organization. Events are occurring almost exactly the same way as they did in the KG8 incident.
So that's why it's being called the second KG8 incident?
Yes. Yet there's one difference between the two incidents.
What would that be?
The so-called noble thief that's sending everyone into an uproar. The great thief, Yatogoratsu.
Yatogoratsu? I'd better find out more. Is it thanks to you I finally become a prosecutor, sir?
It's amusing you wanted to become a defense attorney, yet became my student. It's a strange path you have traveled.
It's true I had once wanted to become a defense attorney, but now I'm honored and proud to be a prosecutor.
I see. As a student of mine, I suggest you remember this well. The prosecutor's badge, it is not to be flaunted. The dignity of a prosecutor lies in the man himself and not in the badge.
I understand. I'll keep that in mind.
Besides, why put holes in your fine garments? It's simply preposterous.
Prosecutors must also take pride in their appearance. I'll keep this in mind as well.
I'm constantly having to remind the others of the prosecutor's office of this. It's more fashionable to keep your prosecutor's badge in your pocket.
In other words, always treat a prosecutor's badge with care and honor? I understand, sir. About the KG8 incident, the trial came to a proper conclusion, did it not?
I'd hardly call the defendant being found innocent a proper conclusion. If I'd been on the case, no one would have a single doubt about his guilt.
Wasn't there a lack of evidence to prove Mr. Kochin guilty?
A lack of evidence? No such thing.
Just like him to be able to prove a man guilty, even when the evidence is lacking. If it is true that Yagaguratsu showed up at the Kodofian embassy, what could he or she have been after?
No doubt to steal any suspicious accounting records and release them publicly. More likely to steal secrets from the Kodofian embassy itself, since the item the Yagaguratsu stole from there was sent to the police.
What was it the Yagaguratsu sent to the police?
I don't know the details. Anything related to the Yagaguratsu is getting the top secret treatment. Still, I find it very ironic. By returning the stolen item to the police, it was proof positive that Yagaguratsu had infiltrated the embassy the same day the member of staff was killed. Criminals have a way of incriminating themselves, wouldn't you say?
That would have to have been the first time the Yagagoratsus left evidence behind, correct?
Yes, indeed. If you wish to learn more about the Yagagoratsu, I suggest you ask Faraday.
Mr. Faraday?
He happens to be the prosecutor in charge of the Yagagoratsu case as well.
He's the prosecutor in charge of both KG8 and the Yagagoratsu case? Mr. Faraday really has a lot on his plate.
What is it, little girl?
You're scary, mister.
Did you need something?
I want to trade these coins with you.
Fistful of dimes, quarters, and pennies. It looks like you have exactly $1. Is this what you want?
Thanks, it's exactly what I need.
Could that child be here to watch the trial?
How disrespectful for a child like that to be running around inside the courthouse. Does no one have any respect for the country's judicial system anymore?
The paperwork for the prosecutor's substitution is complete.
Why, do you even know how much time there is left before the trial resumes?
I'm so sorry.
I can have you mopping up this courthouse instead of protecting it in an instant.
It's no bother, sir. Not being completely prepared could prove to be a perfect handicap for me.
A proud one you are. You better collect the evidence from Faraday and prepare yourself. It's time for your debut, Edgeworth. What's going on? Why isn't Faraday here yet? How's it possible the defense is not prepared yet either?
Bailiff, where is Mr. Faraday? I'm not sure. I wasn't really paying attention. Ah, you must be the one Mr. Von Karma recommended. I hear this will be your first trial. I look forward to seeing how you perform. By the way, was there someone celebrating a birthday during the recess? I could have sworn I heard a popper going off. Come to think of it, the other day was with my grandson. So it looks like the trial is about to resume, however.
Yes, it'll be almost impossible to prove the witness a liar without the evidence from Faraday. Where's that blasted buffoon up to?
It's an emergency, sirs.
Oh, it's Gumshoe, okay. It's an emergency, sirs.
Silence!
There shall be no yelling in the sacred hall of law. Bailiff, remove that man from the courtroom at once. But please, wait. You gotta listen to me. There's an emergency. Defendant lobby number 2. Mr. Faraday and the defendant. The two of them. They're both dead, Your Honour.
What? What?
Stay back. No one's allowed on the crime scene, period.
Who does this oddball think he is?
This is becoming quite the hot spot.
Ah. Scale of Justice earrings. Clever.
Isn't she Mr. Rell's defense attorney?
Hey, you. No running the hallway, pal.
And who are you to tell me what to do? I'll never find out what's going on like this. It's time for some civil discourse. So it looks like it's seen its fair share of use. Looks like another part of the courthouse is visible from the window. Ugh, my eyes have looked with my reflection's eyes in the barred window. As a student of Von Karma, I refuse to back down.
For fuck's sake! Edgeworth, you silly bitch!
Excuse me, but who are you?
Detective Terrell Bad, homicide.
I was informed of the situation and came as quickly as possible. How did you arrive and inspect the body before me?
Faraday requested me to testify at the trial, plain and simple.
Mr. Faraday requested you be here?
You did it, didn't you? Just showing that off make you feel like a big, strong prosecutor.
Of course not. I'm simply proving my title of prosecutor to you.
I see, but most prosecutors don't go around flaunting those things. It's like a detective walking around outside with his badge flashing in the sunlight. Show that off too much and before you know you'll be elbow deep in angry criminals.
That would definitely be a problem. Detective Bad, I'd like to ask you about this piece of evidence.
Oh, great.
Can you please pay attention?
I missed it, but I've got nothing to say. End of story.
Very well. Why didn't you say that in the first place?
I've already contacted HQ about the situation. I've got nothing to say to you, kid.
Kid? I'm Mr. Faraday's substitute in today's trial. Therefore, I insist you update me on the situation. I can't back down here. I have a right to know.
Do I need to teach you a thing or two about how to talk to adults, kid?
Is he threatening me? Is he going for his gun? It's just a mirror. How dare he trick me like that?
Faraday was stabbed to death with some kind of blade, and he had a gun in his hand. The other man, Mr. Mackerel, was shot and killed. He was found holding a bloody knife in his hand.
Was there anyone else who went into defendant lobby number 2?
Yeah, that big lug over there. His name's Gumshoe. He was in charge of guarding the place. He's claiming no one else entered the room.
If that's the case, then they must have killed each other, correct?
Maybe.
Such impudence. This guy's really testing my patience. Why was I not informed you were going to testify in court?
Homicides aren't my only gig. The Yagagaratsu case is also one of my assignments.
So you were called upon to comment on the Yagagaratsu's characteristics.
in order to assess if Mr. Faraday really was Yagagoratsu or not.
Well, looks like you might have a brain in there and out of yours after all, son.
Son? I'm not your son, Pops. Do you have a minute?
You know, I'm not really into talking to people I don't know. Especially at a time like this.
I apologise for not introducing myself before bothering you. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I was to take Mr. Faraday's place in court.
Edgeworth, huh? Never heard of you. So Faraday substitutes a newbie, huh?
I'll have you know, madam, I studied under Manfred von Karma. Do not take me for a naive novice.
Don't take me for a naive novice. Oh, you're a student of Von Karma. I should have... Those clothes are a dead giveaway.
Stop right there. These are garments of one gallantly presents the facts.
Thanks for the great laugh, but try not to make me laugh so much, okay?
I wasn't trying to do anything of the sort.
Just kidding, just goofing around. By the way, you do know who I am. My name is Callisto Yu.
Oh.
If you're telling the truth, then we're about to go head to head in court.
Of course, I've heard much about you, Miss Yu.
But of course I've heard much about you. You're a regular Shakespeare.
Did I say something funny?
So she's related to the victim in the case, then?
Miss Yu, what do you think of this piece of evidence?
Actually, Edgeworth, I'm interested in finding out what you think about it.
I don't really know all that much about it.
I don't really know all that much about it either. Sorry, I guess I can't be of any service.
I shouldn't push it too much, you'll just start laughing again. It's a shame we'll not be able to face each other. It was to be my first trial, too.
Oh, was that a declaration of war? How nice it is to be so young and carefree. And what a nice squeaky clean badge you've got yourself there. I'm jealous.
I'm sure it's clean will dull over time of experience.
Are you saying your reputation will also tarnish over time with it?
Ugh, that's not what I meant.
You just can't avoid some things in life.
Never allow my badge and my reputation to become tarnished.
How old is she again? 22.
I'd like you to update me on the situation.
I don't really know anything. Why don't you try talking to the detectives over there?
If that's the case, then why are you here? What is so funny?
Just the way you speak is so tactless. The person I was going against in court until only a while ago was just murdered. It's not like I could go back in the courtroom pretending as though nothing happened.
That's a good point. I apologise for asking such an insensitive question.
It's fine, don't worry about it.
And you are?
Me?
Hey, pal. It's common courtesy to tell someone your name first when asking theirs. Point taken. My name is Mars Edgeworth and I'm a district prosecutor. Prosecutor? I've never seen a prosecutor as young as you, pal. I told you my name, nor would you mind telling me yours? Detective Dick Gumshoe. And just recently I achieved my dream of becoming a detective. Call it a dream. It's what I was born to do. Oh wait, maybe I should check and make sure I'm not really in some crazy dream first. The detective is entirely too excited to be at a murder scene. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling me what you know about the incident? You know I don't have to tell you anything, right? I know that. But it would behoove you to fill me in on what you know. Oh, you're a proud one for such a youngster, ain't you? Anyway, Detective Bates the one in charge. You're just gonna have to ask him for all details, okay? As for me, I was guarding the door to defendant lobby number 2. So you're on guard detail. Do you notice anything strange while you were on duty? I freaked out when I heard a gunshot and I kind of froze. You're a detective and a measly gunshot scared you that much? Then again, I can hardly claim to know what it's like to hear one at close range. Then Detective Bad came running to the scene. We went to lobby number 2 together and both men were lying there dead. Is that everything? Yep, that's it. I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single peep of a struggle. Interesting. Other than the gunshot, I didn't hear a single sound of commotion. Miss Yu, there's someone here who wishes to see you.
Who is it?
A Cadopian embassy staff member by the name of Manny Koshin.
What?
What's going on? Detective Bad and Miss Yu's mood's just changed all of a sudden. Wait a second. Wasn't Manny Koshin?
I'll be right there.
It's nice to see you again, Miss Yu.
Why are you here? I have no desire to ever see you again.
Now. Actually, would you mind stepping outside for a brief chat?
Fine, let's go.
Bad. Von Karma, it's been a long time. I knew you would show up. You usually do when the Yagagaratsu is involved, and I see this case is no exception. Do you know Detective Bad, sir? Yes, he's like an old bloodhound who never leaves the scene of a crime. If only he'd get a promotion and move on. It's a grand shame where a detective is the most useful and effective. It's not like I don't know that. Moving on though, Bad. The man that I just passed by. Was he not the suspect from the KG8 incident? So I was right. What is that man doing wandering around here? That Faraday. I can't believe he let such an easy catch get away, imbecile. I would have proved his guilt in 3 minutes. Von Karma, I think you've said enough for now. It's in poor taste to speak like that about a departed. Very well. Back on topic. I'm placing Edgeworth in charge of the investigation here.
Attention!
Baby! Cute baby! Papa, how can you place him in charge?
Francisco, what are you doing here?
I'm here for summer vacation, what else?
Franziska von Karma. She's here on vacation from Germany. She's the daughter of Manfred, and a student of his who's also a junior to me.
You're the one who's junior to me, and don't forget it!
You're not conveniently avoiding the bar examination, are you? Ooh!
If you're able to pass, then I'll have absolutely no trouble at all. I'll never allow myself to lose to you, never.
How old is she here? I'm curious. Oh, it's not shown it yet. Why does she always have to be this competitive?
Are you there, Papa? Are you there assigning Miles Edgeworth to cover the case?
Yes, I am. Why'd you ask?
You know, I'm close to becoming a prosecutor myself. I'm 100% confident I can do a better job than him.
That's just like Franziska. She's no problem bad-mouthing someone right in front of them. Bad? Yeah? These two will be conducting the investigation. What? You want me to let both these kids loose on the crime scene? This is a perfect opportunity for them to work on their prosecutorial skills. A crime scene is not a place for children to be messing around in. I'm the one with the authority over the crime scene, Bad, and I will not tolerate complaining. Ugh. Edgeworth, Franziska, I leave this case to the two of you. Understood, sir.
Yes, Papa.
I'm going to take care of the paperwork now. Remember, I'll accept nothing but a perfect report from the both of you. Do not disappoint me. Hold up, Von Karma, I still haven't agreed to this.
Miles Edgeworth,
It's been quite some time, Franziska.
this will be the perfect chance for us to see which of us is truly worthy of the Von Karma name.
Would it kill you to at least say hello?
A long time no see.
Very good.
Just because you became a prosecutor first doesn't mean you can act all proud.
She hasn't changed a bit.
Miles Edgeworth, as I was saying, we shall see which one of us is worthy of the Von Karma name.
For crying out loud, I've been reduced to a babysitter. It looks like Mr. Von Karma was successfully convincing the detective. Just like him, he never fails. I'd appreciate if you could quickly run me through the facts, Detective Bad. You're better off checking things on your own. Very well. Seems like getting help from Detective Bad will be a most arduous task. Ugh. Is the only real explanation that they killed each other simultaneously?
Miles Edgeworth, you should listen to someone until they are finished talking.
What are you talking about?
I only say it one more time. This is a competition to see who's truly worthy of the Von Karma name.
A competition?
The person that figures out the truth first wins.
So the person who doesn't discover the truth is a dishonor to the name?
Exactly. I don't care that you became a prosecutor before me. I simply refuse to hear any more foolish things come from your foolishly foolish mouth.
Fine, whatever makes you happy.
Can I take that as you accepting my challenge?
Once again, whatever makes you happy.
Well then, let us begin the investigation, shall we? I'm going to find the perfect evidence and prettily present it like the professional I am.
Compete and discover the truth behind a crime. How delightfully childish. You kids, over here. Kid!
Huh? Serves you right, Miles. He just called you a kid.
I said kids, kid.
How dare you call me kid as well?
Do what I please. I won't allow you to cause a ruckus on the crime scene. Hey, big guy. You're gonna watch over these two. Yes, sir, Detective Bad, sir. Now, do what I say from now on, kids, okay?
You better not get it all very scruffy. You'll feel the bite of my whip if you do.
And you, prosecutor boy. Get your investigation started already, alright? Great, now even that detective is treating me like a child. Right, time to get investigating. Get a move on, prosecutor boy. My name is Miles Edgeworth. If you were to call me prosecutor boy one more time, it would be my duty as a prosecutor to look into your monthly salary. What? And what would you do with my salary after you saw how much it was? That's up to you now, isn't it? Really? Sounds good, pal. Oh, you're so naive. Detective Bad, may I have a word with you? What is it? 13. Thought she was. It appears that both a knife and a gun were used as murder weapons. Yeah, it does. It leads us to our first question of the investigation. Where did the men acquire the weapons? Gun was inside of Faraday's bag. It was a piece of evidence that was presented in the trial earlier today. It was used to kill the Codopian Embassy staff member. But I never heard anything about the knife. Mr. Rell was being held by the police, so there's no way he could have brought it in. Which means it's possible Faraday had the knife on him from the start as well. Could have been a piece of evidence yet to be presented. But then, why doesn't Detective Bad know about it? Wait, what if... It's possible Mr. Faraday brought the knife in under the guise of prosecutorial evidence. He could have then brought it out and attacked Mr. Rell with it. Ah, maybe you got a brain in there after all, kid. Ugh. Is he going to treat me like a child forever? Looks like Mr. Faraday attacked Mr. Rell first and then counter-attacked. That's the only logical conclusion you can draw from a scene like this. Not yet. I feel like it's much too early to be drawing conclusions already. I must first find conclusive evidence so as to protect the honour of the Von Karma name. There's some plastic bags stacked up on the table. A tea set too. Doesn't seem to be any sign of a disturbance. Yeah, table's all neat and tidy. Maybe they were super quiet in their scuffle. After all, I didn't hear anything from out in the hallway, you know. Maybe the plastic bags scattered on the floor are throwing us off. Detective Bad, do you have any thoughts on the case? Faraday and Rell looks like they killed each other to me. Although, there are a few things that just don't seem right. What would they be? Why don't you try thinking on your own first before you bother me, boy? And I've been downgraded to just boy? Wow!
What is it, Detective Gumshoe?
My TV at home's so tiny compared to this one, pal. I was thinking myself, it's a bloody lovely setup for what's just supposed to be a defendant lobby.
Perhaps you should purchase a more normal-sized television like this one.
Let me see here. Wow, this thing's huge. Ah! I'm way too noisy. You're a noisy one, Scrappy. Don't touch it, you'll get your fingerprints all over it. But I didn't touch it. Preservation of crime scene is the foundation of detective work.
Foundation, huh? Sounds like something the rookie here needs to shore up on. The window's open and... there's a fresh flowery scent in the air.
Flowers in the garden down there are gross and ghastly.
You think maybe you could try offering something useful for a change?
Well, at least there's no way someone escaped through the window, pal. They wouldn't wake up and smell the flowers after a fall from the 3rd floor.
Are you willfully ignoring the fact that there are iron bars on the windows?
I guess it's that too. Either way, no one could get through the windows, right?
Thought of everything when they were designing this courthouse. Very nice.
Ah, I see.
Did you figure something out?
This is a competition, Miles. As such, I'd appreciate it if you didn't talk to me.
Oh, as you wish.
Yeah, pal. I'm so excited, pal. It's my first real crime scene. Let's get investigating.
Detective Gumshoe, I thought investigations were supposed to be conducted in a calm, collected manner.
What do you know about running an investigation, little boy prosecutor?
I know at the very least I have a greater grasp on than what you have happened here.
Why, you? You don't know any more than me, pal. Look, you. Just stay behind me, boy, and out of the way.
I wrote coming from the guy who's a step behind me in the entire case.
It's the first time setting foot inside the courthouse. Who would have thought it'd be for my first case as a detective? You know, I get the feeling I'll be coming here a lot more in the future.
As a suspect, detective?
Of course not, pal. Anyway, this lobby's actually pretty luxurious. I mean, for a defendant's lobby, it's got a pretty big TV. Oh, and there's that tea set on the table over there. Bet you didn't know I like to drink tea. This room's really decked out. It means spending time in here may be a suspect ain't a bad thing after all.
I'm beginning to suspect leaving this detective in charge of anything might be bad. He's right, the room is rather well furnished. And somewhere in this room, the truth is slumbering. It's time to find it and give it a wake-up call. So, Detective Gumshoe,
Where is it, boy?
of all the people to call me that, this detective is by far the least qualified. I wanted to ask you about the investigation is proceeding.
See for yourself, pal. Do I do a great detective bad or what?
Has this man got a professional burr in his body? Oh, very well, I'll inspect the victim's bodies myself. Decorative plants foliage is quite nice. It's actually soothing to be around. Maybe I should purchase one for my room. Why are there plastic bags scattered all around?
Those bags are for keeping evidence safe, pal.
I know that much, detective.
Sure good at this stuff, ain't you, pal?
Normally I'd be happy when someone compliments me, but when it's this guy... Anyway, these plastic bags could be evidence of a fight between the two men. So Mr. Faraday fell on top of Mr. Rell.
At first glance, it seemed like they must have killed each other. However,
using logic to a logical conclusion is,
what's that outburst for?
my detective instinct just hit me real hard. It was Mr. Rell who fell first, see?
You don't need a detective's instinct for that. It's common sense. I suppose we won't know how much more it is until after I examine the bodies. Mr. Faraday, how ironic it was for him to lose his life in a courthouse.
Yeah, why it have to be like this? I don't know what to say. I can't believe this happened when I was on watch, pal.
Rather than beating yourself up, you should spend your time continuing your investigation. Didn't you become a detective in order to solve crimes?
Yeah.
Then get back to work and find the cause of this murder.
Right, I'm on it, pal.
Looks like Mr. Faraday died while holding the gun in his right hand. So he shot Mr. Rell and then fell on top of him while still gripping the gun.
I guess it does seem kind of strange, huh? I mean, why Mr. Faraday know how to fire a gun?
It's not exactly rocket science, even I know how to pull a trigger. Although I doubt I'll ever need to use one.
Ooh. I hope I never have to fire a gun either, pal. Sure as look cool to hold a gun in your hand.
It appears the police's screening procedures need a fuller review.
That's going to be an evergreen line, isn't it?
Anyway, I should jot down some notes about the handgun in Mr. Faraday's hand. Why are plastic bags scattered all around?
We know that already.
First he killed a Cadopian embassy staff member, then he was murdered himself.
This guy weren't exactly an angel, you know.
Oh, what makes you say that?
He's been ordered into this precinct several times for theft and assault, pal. Yeah, he's definitely the type to have committed a murder or two.
Well, he did admit to killing Mr. Deed Man.
Good point, pal. I knew my detective's intuition was telling me something.
Detective's intuition.
Yep, you know about it. It's a special thing that all detectives...
We don't have time for this conversation right now. Let's return to the investigation.
Looks like Mr. Rell died with a knife in his hand.
There's some blood stuck on it.
He must have used it as a weapon, no doubt about it.
Was Mr. Faraday carrying this on his person? Did he bring it in as a piece of evidence for the trial? Or did he bring it with a very different intention in mind? I should jot some notes down about it. There's a very tidy pile of plastic bags on the table, and yet a portion of them wound up scattered on the floor as well. It's not likely that the ones on the floor were knocked over during the struggle, in which case there might not be enough explanation. Might there not be enough explanation how they got there?
Another reason?
I believe it's possible the blood on the outside of the bag is related somehow.
Ugh, please get the blood away from me, pal.
Detective Gumshoe, whose blood is on this bag?
Hold on, let me ask the lab guy.
Right, please hurry.
Where'd you get a load of this, pal? It's Mr. Faraday's. And the technician said they didn't find anything else on the bag either.
It would appear this bag is a very important piece of evidence.
Alright, if you say so, I'll leave it in your hands, pal.